Buchi Emecheta's powerful portrayal challenges gender stereotypes and sparks important discussions that sharply critiques the importance of parenthood in a woman's life. This allows Buchi Emecheta to use New Ego as a prominent device to critique the so-called joys of motherhood in Nigeria, whether it is all worth it in the end or not. So here in this follow-up to our Dudu summary we once did on this classic book before, we decipher the four of the major themes of Buchi Emecheta's 1979 iconic novel, The Joys of Motherhood. The Dark Side of Motherhood. The novel explores the complexities, challenges, and societal expectations that are placed on a woman to give birth and be mothers. The book places a microscopic eye on the physical, emotional, spiritual, and financial demands of motherhood on a woman, showing that it is not all glitz glamour when it comes to raising children. The understated New Ego's personal dreams and aspirations are subtly woven throughout the novel. Initially, New Ego dreams of education, quietly values attending school and desires to learn so she can one day stand on her own 2 feet as a woman. She dreams of freedom from societal expectations, real love with the man of her dreams and not an arranged marriage. However, societal pressures and responsibilities gradually erode these dreams away. As New Ego forcibly becomes a mother, her dreams shift from independence to ensuring the very survival of her children, providing for their well-being to secure their future. Her personal desires and ambitions become secondary, which causes a host of mental issues such as depression, anxiety, resentment, sadness, regret, loneliness, anger, grief, and suicidal thoughts at times. The protagonist's New Ego struggles to find her self-worth beyond motherhood because it has been so rigidly cemented in her mind by society even when she is not happy. Such a sacrifice of dreams, money, and even her own peace of mind. New Ego's relentless devotion to her children, often at her own expense. After all, one could argue that New Ego truly found peace only when she was dead, gone, and buried. Through New Ego, Emecheta highlights the sacrifices mothers make. New Ego's story and eventual death at the climax raises essential questions such as, are women even allowed to have personal dreams of their own, or do their gender duties mean more? Or what does it even mean to be a fulfilled woman? Patriarchy. In the classic novel, motherhood is seen as an obligation, not a choice. Women, they like it or not, women cannot be excused from their inborn duties of becoming mothers. This is seen with New Ego, who is just an innocent 16-year-old girl who barely knows herself, is already given a husband. Lack of support for mothers and women in general that are expected to have children regardless of their lives, mental, physical health, or ambitions will be impacted by the gruesome demands of raising a child. Her mother honor is raped, and the repercussions of this is swept under the rug as her body becomes her husband eventually. New Ego's story humanizes mothers, revealing the vulnerability, resilience, and self-doubt that goes into a woman's life in the face of social pressures. New Ego's identity as a woman, wife, and mother is central to the novel, and her struggles to fulfill these roles in a patriarchal and oppressive society, which are not all great since they authorize the brutal beheading of women at funerals. Cultural traditions, tensions between traditional Igbo values and modernization. Colonialism has its impact on traditional ways of life, such as disruption in education, religion, and economics. For example, Christianity is introduced to Nigeria through the missionary work of European colonizers, and many Nigerians convert to the new religion. This leads to conflicts within families and communities as people struggle to reconcile their traditional beliefs with those of Christianity. Emecheta skillfully intertwines both themes, showing how colonization disrupts traditional relationships and imposes Western values while eventually creating economic instability. which causes poverty and the need for survival. The daily struggle of rural Nigerian women, especially for New Eagle, who are left to feed on the crumbs of their own national wealth. The British come in and force her out certain lucrative Nigerian lands in Lagos for their own selfish benefit, just as with others. Her husband is unemployed, leaving her to carry most of the financial burdens on her own. Betrayal is another pervasive theme in the joys of motherhood. It is all over the place. A body betrays Honor's trust by raping her even after she nurses him back to health in a near-death experience. New Eagle is betrayed by society throughout her unfortunate life. She faces betrayal from her husband, Naife's abandonment, and later taking on another wife, even though she is still the breadwinner. Even perhaps the betrayal that cuts most deep is being abandoned by her very own children she sacrificed so much for. Her efforts to get something back from her children when she is old are futile, which makes for another major theme, which is futility. These children seem to isolate her until she dies alone and only recognize her sacrifices with an extravagant funeral for a mother they paid little mind to when she was alive. Society which has unrealistic expectations, lack of support. Society in general betrays the needs of women who they do not treat fairly, such as with that slave girl who was sacrificed for no solid reasons with weight. They are always in competition with each other to bear children and outmother each other, which leaves them with a sense of futility when they cannot achieve the happiness they so dream of. So these are some of the top themes of Buchi Emecheta's Joys of Motherhood, written in Nigeria by Buchi Emecheta in 1979. Hope you learned a lot, so until next time, thank you for watching Memsi Africa Do Themes.
If you want to see more doodle summaries of classic African books like this, please let us know any books we can do by sharing your comments and ideas below. For more enlightening material about African literature, old and new for your college studies. So if you loved watching Memsi Africa and want to see more, please do not hesitate to press like and subscribe. So until we meet next time, thanks for watching Memsi Doodle Summaries. Thank you.